This is one of the most expensive cities on the planet, a place practically overflowing with supercars and champagne. So naturally, I've come here to see if I can survive on just $15 a day. But that's not even the craziest part. I have no hotel, no hostel, not even a plan B. I'm putting all my faith in the kindness of strangers, using an app called Couchsurfing to hopefully find a place to sleep. This is the raw, unfiltered story of what happens when you travel to a city of pure luxury with basically no money. This is either going to be the adventure of a lifetime or a spectacular failure. Let's find out. All right, I've just landed at Changi Airport, and even the airport feels expensive. It's stunning, unbelievably clean. And hey, there's a giant indoor waterfall. My brain is already starting to panic, thinking, what have I actually done? First challenge, get from here to the city center. A taxi is the easy answer, but that would run me upwards of $20, completely blowing my entire daily budget before I've even had a snack. So it's the public transport system for me. I'm making a beeline for the MRT, their subway system, which is supposed to be super efficient and, more importantly, cheap. A trip into the city should only cost me about $2. This is it, the first official expense. I'm grabbing an Easy Link card, which is their reloadable transit card. The card itself has a small fee, but the fares are cheaper this way, and right now every single cent matters. Okay, card acquired. I've put just enough on it to get me going. Now, as I'm sitting on this spotless, air-conditioned train, we need to talk about the giant looming problem: accommodation. Before I even left home, I was glued to my phone, sending out personalized requests on Couchsurfing. I sent 12, then 20, then 30. I told people my story, explained this whole challenge, and just hoped for the best. The response? Mostly crickets. A few polite no's. So as I stand here, hurtling towards the heart of Singapore, I have absolutely nowhere to sleep tonight. My phone is my lifeline. I'm checking it obsessively, praying for a notification that says, "Hey, I've got a couch for you." But so far, nothing. The anxiety is creeping in. I'm trying to enjoy the view, the palm trees and wild architecture flashing by, but there's just this heavy knot in my stomach. What if nobody says yes? The absolute cheapest hostel bed I could find online was $25. That's game over for this challenge on day one. The train doors slide open. I'm here. The humidity just wraps around you like a hot, wet towel. The scale of the buildings is dizzying. Time to find food. I haven't eaten since the plane, and my stomach is making that very clear. The mission is simple. Find the cheapest possible meal in one of the world's priciest cities. I have a plan. Find a hawker center. They're these big, open-air food courts that are the heart and soul of Singaporean food culture, and hopefully, my budget's saving grace. Let's see if I can find something for under $5. The place I'm aiming for is Maxwell Food Center, smacked right in the middle of Chinatown. I've heard legendary things. The second you walk in, your senses just get hit from every direction in the best way possible. There are hundreds of stalls, each with photos of food that looks incredible. The air is just a mix of sizzling garlic, rich broths, and sweet roasting meats. The sound is a constant hum of people chatting, woks clanging, and stall owners shouting out orders. It's a lot to take in. I'm walking down the aisles, my eyes scanning the price boards. $7, $8, $6.50. Now, this is all crazy cheap for a restaurant, but for me, it's pushing the limit. Remember, $15 needs to cover 3 meals, transport, and literally anything else. I'm starting to feel a little defeated, and then I see it. A long line of people snaking out from one stall. That's always a good sign. I inch closer and look at the menu. Hainanese chicken rice. A true Singaporean classic. The price? $4.50. We have a winner. After waiting for about 15 minutes, which feels like an eternity when you're this hungry, I've got it. A plate of perfectly fragrant rice, silky smooth poached chicken, and a little dish of chili sauce and ginger. I find an empty plastic stool and just take a second. This isn't just lunch. It's a victory. It's proof that eating cheap here is actually possible. And I have to tell you, it is delicious. The rice is cooked in chicken broth, so it's oily and packed with flavor. The chicken is unbelievably tender. This is insane value. Okay, budget check. Lunch $4.50, transport from the airport $2.10. Total spent so far $6.60. That leaves me with $8.40 for the rest of the day. With a full stomach, the anxiety has chilled out a bit, but the housing crisis is still very real. It's mid-afternoon now. I need to find somewhere to charge my phone and keep trying. I figure I'll just wander around and check out some free sites. Walking doesn't cost anything, right? I wander through Chinatown, past the incredible Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, this massive, gorgeous building you can just walk right into. The detail is just mind-blowing. From there, I decide to head towards that iconic skyline. I walk all the way to Marina Bay. This is the Singapore you see on postcards. The Marina Bay Sands Hotel looking like a spaceship, the wild DNA-style Helix Bridge, and the Merlion statue spitting water into the bay. All of it is completely free to look at, and it's genuinely stunning. I find a bench overlooking it all and pull out my phone. Back to work. I open the Couchsurfing app. 2 new messages. My heart just jumps. The first one, sorry, have to work late, can't host. My shoulders drop. The second one, hey, your project sounds cool, but my apartment is tiny. Another no. The sun has now dipped below the horizon. It's probably around 8 p.m. All I feel is this rising tide of panic. This is the side of travel nobody puts in the brochures. The loneliness, the sheer uncertainty, that feeling of being totally alone in a massive foreign city. I start sending out more requests. This time they're more like desperate pleas. Looking for a last-minute spot for tonight. A couch, a floor, anything would be a huge help. I'm quiet and respectful. It feels like I'm begging. My phone battery is now at 15%. This is really, really bad. My phone is my map, my connection to everyone, my everything. If it dies, I'm done for. I start seriously weighing my backup plan, that $25 hostel. But if I do that, the challenge is over. I've failed on day 1. I just sit there, on that bench, watching the city light up, and I genuinely think to myself, this was such a terrible idea. I'm packing up my bag, feeling totally defeated, ready to start the long walk to find that hostel. And then, my phone buzzes. One last time. A new message on Couchsurfing. My hands are literally shaking as I open it. It's from a guy named Alex. The message says, hey man, saw your public trip post. It's super last minute, but if you don't mind a bit of a journey to my place and sleeping on a sofa, you're welcome to stay. I'm a student, so the place isn't fancy, but it's a roof over your head. Let me know. I read it. I read it again. I cannot believe it. A yes. It's not downtown and it's a sofa, but it's a yes. The relief is so overwhelming I could almost cry. I write back instantly. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, you are a lifesaver. The entire vibe just flipped. The city doesn't feel scary anymore, it feels magical. The lights seem to sparkle a little bit brighter. I have a place to sleep tonight. The challenge is back on. Okay, just gotta take a second here. This trip is already such a roller coaster. If you're enjoying this and you want to see if I can actually pull this off for the next few days, maybe hit that subscribe button. It's a tiny click for you, but it genuinely helps me keep making videos and trying crazy challenges like this one. Alright, back to survival mode. The trip to Alex's place is another MRT ride, but this time I'm heading out of the glittering city center and into the residential heartlands. This is the side of Singapore most tourists don't see. The train is just full of people heading home from work and students in their school uniforms. It just feels normal. It's a nice change from the tourist-packed spots I was in an hour ago. I follow his directions, find the right apartment building, and meet Alex downstairs. He's instantly super friendly and welcoming. He's a university student in his early 20s, just a genuinely nice guy. he shows me his small, clean apartment that he shares with another student. My bed for the night is the living room sofa, and right now it looks like the most comfortable thing in the entire world. He offers me a glass of water, and we just start talking. We talk about my trip, his studies, what life is like in Singapore. He tells me he hosts travelers because he loves hearing their stories, and it's his way of seeing the world while he's stuck studying. This is what Couchsurfing is all about. It's not about the free bed, it's about connecting with people. I came to one of the richest cities on earth with nothing, and tonight, I'm being welcomed into a local's home just sharing stories. You can't put a price tag on that. For dinner, on Alex's recommendation, I went to a little place near his apartment and got a plate of vegetable noodles for $3. Before bed, I tally up the day's spending. So, my final spend for day 1 is $2.10 for transport, $4.50 for chicken rice, $1.50 for the train to Alex's place, and $3 for dinner. Total, $11.10. I actually came in under budget. I did it. I fall asleep on that sofa feeling completely exhausted, but more than anything, incredibly grateful. I wake up on day 2 feeling like a new person. The anxiety is gone. The sun is streaming in. Alex has already left for class, but he left a note on the table. Help yourself to coffee and toast. Check out the Botanic Gardens today. It's free and amazing. Enjoy. His kindness is just unreal. A simple breakfast of toast and instant coffee, courtesy of my host, means my budget for today is still a full $15. That's a massive head start. Today's mission: explore more of Singapore's free stuff and keep hunting for cheap food. Taking Alex's advice, my first stop is the Singapore Botanic Gardens. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is wild for a place that's totally free to enter. Getting there cost me another $1.50 on the MRT, but the second I step inside, I completely forget I'm in a huge city. It's this massive, sprawling green paradise with ancient trees and gorgeous themed gardens. I spend hours just walking, getting lost on the paths, watching turtles in Swan Lake, and just soaking in the peace and quiet. It's a powerful reminder that the best things really don't cost a thing. By early afternoon, my stomach starts talking to me again. Time for lunch. Today, I'm heading to a totally different neighborhood, Little India. I want to see another piece of Singapore's multicultural puzzle. I get off the MRT, and I'm instantly somewhere else. The streets are loud, vibrant, colorful, and smell like spices and incense. I find my way to another famous food court, the Tekka Center. This place is buzzing and is known for amazing Indian food. I wander through the stalls, mesmerized by the giant vats of curry and stacks of fresh naan bread. I spot a stall selling biryani with a huge line. Another good sign. I get a massive plate of chicken biryani for $5. It's a mountain of fragrant spiced rice with a whole piece of tender chicken hidden inside. It's warm, hearty, and exactly what I needed. Budget check. Lunch, $5 a year. Transport, $150 to the gardens, $150 to Little India. Total spent on day 2 so far, $8 years. Remaining budget, $70 years. I spend the rest of the afternoon just walking around Little India, taking in the sights and the energy. I see the super colorful Tan Teng Nia house and the incredibly detailed Sri Veeramakaliamman temple. It feels like a different universe from the slick, modern business district. This is what travel is all about, seeing all the different layers of a place. As evening rolls around, I have a plan for my last night. I want to see the famous light show at Marina Bay, which is, you guessed it, totally free. I take the MRT back to the bay. The show is called Spectra, and it's this huge display of light, water, and music right in front of the skyline. I find a spot on the steps and just watch. Fountains shoot into the air, lasers slice through the sky, and this epic orchestral score blasts across the water. It's a multi-million-dollar production, and I'm watching it for free. As I'm sitting there, with hundreds of other people, I just think about the last 48 hours. The initial fear, the desperation, the incredible relief of a stranger's kindness, the taste of cheap, amazing food, the quiet moments in the park. I'm realizing this trip was never really about the money. It was about being resourceful, about being resilient, and about the power of human connection. For my last meal, I only have a few dollars left. I go to a 7-Eleven, a place I've been avoiding because it's pricier than the hawker centers. But I find a simple steamed bun for $2. It's not glamorous, but it does the job. A humble end to a very humbling journey. So here we are, the end of the line. I'm back at Changi Airport, about to fly home. Let's do the final math. Day 1. Total, $11.10. Day 2. Spending, $1.50 for transport, another $1.50 for transport, $5 for lunch, $1.50 to get back to the bay, and $2 for my sad little dinner bun. Day 2. Total, $11.50. Grand total for 48 hours in Singapore, $22.60. I survived on less than $30. I actually did it, less than $15 a day. So the question was, can you survive in Singapore on $15 a day? Yes, you absolutely can. But you have to be smart. You have to eat only at hawker centers, use public transport for everything, and fill your days with all the incredible free parks, walking trails, and cultural sites this city offers. But the real secret, the one thing that made this entire challenge possible, was Couchsurfing. And it wasn't just about saving money on a place to sleep, which was obviously make or break. It was about the experience. My host, Alex, didn't just give me a sofa. He gave me advice, he shared his food, and he showed me a level of trust and kindness I'll never forget. He gave me a peek into the real Singapore. This trip taught me that our idea of a place is often just one side of the story. Yes, Singapore is a city of incredible wealth and luxury, but it's also a city of amazing food for just a few dollars, of beautiful nature that costs nothing to see, and of kind, generous people willing to open their home to a complete stranger. So if you've ever looked at a place and thought, I could never afford that, maybe think again. Maybe it's not about how much money you have. Maybe it's about being creative, staying open, and being willing to put a little faith in the kindness of others. Travel doesn't have to break the bank. It just has to be an adventure. What's the most creative way you've ever saved money while traveling? I'd genuinely love to read your stories and tips down in the comments. And if you have an idea for the next expensive city I should try to survive in, let me know. Thanks for coming along with me on this one. See you in the next adventure.